Hi guys, my name is Izzy Fuentes and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my first ever self-help video, which when I started out my channel I was really aiming towards doing self-help videos. And if you guys aren't into this, tell me and exit out of this video. I'll keep on doing beauty and also self-help videos, but I feel like I've learned a lot through my own issues, and I feel like I could always try to help people with my struggles and things that I've went through. And I was really aiming towards being kind of like Lollies and Siggy's and Hannah Vancouver. They're both really great self-help channels, so if you guys need more in-depth videos, I want to do them, but also, if you guys need them right now, I'd suggest going to their channels. But the first, I have my own little paper, the first ever video for my self-help series I'm going to do is about depression, which I personally suffer from, so I felt like it would be good for me to talk about it, and I could really give you guys what I've learned and my own experiences with it. But first off, recognizing depression. I mean, what is depression exactly? It's the consistent feeling of feeling like you're hopeless, depressed, really sad all the time. And it's consistent. Like, it's not like, oh, my dog got hit by a car, so I'm really sad for this situation. It's most of the time, it's an overwhelming sadness that, it's not even sometimes sadness, it's just feeling hollow inside, and you have to do something, or you can't really do anything to fight it. It's just kind of like swallowed you whole, or like a monkey on your back. But some tools that you can use to help recognize is losing interest in things. Like, let's say you used to love going to concerts, but now you can't even get out of the house. That's the thing. Like going shopping, but now you never do because you feel like you're not worthy or something. Hopelessness, it's a consistent feeling like, oh, I'll always be sad, oh, I'll never get better, this and that. Change in appetite and sleep, whether that means eating and sleeping more, or if that means eating less and sleeping less. Either or. Really, it's change. And personally for me, I really suffer from eating excess and sleeping a lot more when I am suffering my depression. And lack of self-care and hygiene. Basically, self-care is what everyone needs. It's the one thing that you can always be consistent with, and it's the one thing that everyone tends to do every single day, such as doing their makeup in the morning or taking a shower to relax from the day or in the morning. And also losing hygiene, like, oh, I don't want to get out of bed. Oh, I can't get out of bed. And the next step for me, I would recommend, is seeking help. Whether that's a school counselor, your parents. Sometimes parents aren't that much of a help, but maybe if your parents are really open to it, they can help you find professional help, like a therapist. Which I know therapy and all that is really scary, but definitely you should seek help if you are depressed. You should not stay silent. Sometimes if you aren't close to your family, maybe a family friend, like your godparents or something, a pastor at your church could probably help you. What I would not recommend doing is going to your friends every single time you're upset. They are not your therapist, even though they may say, oh, come to me if you're ever upset. Oh, do this, do that. They're not licensed professionals to tell you what to do. They're not always going to be giving you the right answers as a licensed professional can or an adult can. And sometimes it stresses out your friends a lot. It really does. And I know they want you to come to them. Sure, it's okay to come to them, but every single time they're going to get worn out. So I feel like you should contact a supervisor or someone to talk to. And I'm crooked. Thank you. Sorry. Anyway, and when you do find someone that you can open up to, really open up. Don't be saying things like, oh, like let's say you self-harm, which I've been through. So, like let's say you self-harm or you do drugs, okay? You need to be open about that so that they can help you in your progress and to help you get better. And sometimes hospitalization is the best way, especially if you're suicidal. Going to a hospital just to get you on your baseline and like get you mutual, like content is sometimes really needed, but sometimes it's not always needed as much as they might think it is. So really just try to seek help. There's a lot of stigma against medication and hospitalization for mental illness. So if you're depressed, hospitalization is not that bad. It's pretty great actually. You get out of school and this and that. Medication, I know some people are against medication for depression and anxiety and all that stuff, which I totally understand. And your parents might be too, but sometimes you need that little boost so that you can get to a place where your depression is manageable. That's the key, is to be able to manage it. And therapy, which therapy has this huge stigma against it. But really, whether if you can or if you can't afford it, if you can't afford it, I think it's a great tool, especially if you find the right therapist who really connects with you and you feel very open, like you can be very honest with them, then it's great. But don't be stuck with a therapist that you don't really like or that you don't feel close to or anything. And the biggest thing I'd have to say is doing coping skills. What are coping skills? When you get upset, or really you should be doing them every single day even when you're not upset. Coping skills, they are little things to boost your mood, to make you feel good about yourself, to just elevate your mood and make you feel happy. For me personally, it's my dog. My dog's a huge coping skill. She's laying down in the background, if you guys can see her or not. But music can be a huge coping skill. Drawing really helps people. Really, you're just going to have to go through trial and error to find what coping skills work for you. And sometimes if they work one time, they might not work the second time. It's crazy how this works. But look into your interests to find what coping skills you like, whether that's picking up an instrument and learning how to play it, doodling, drawing. Journaling is a really big one that I'd really recommend, because then you get out all your anger and frustrations. Ripping up paper is a great one, especially if you have anger issues. But try to do something positive with your emotions that you are feeling, as opposed to something negative like cutting on yourself or binge drinking or doing drugs. Try to do something positive as opposed to something negative. And again, with the medication thing, be open to your med person as well as you do to your therapist. Sometimes those are the same people, sometimes they're different. Be open to everyone, whether if you smoke marijuana, if you do meth, or if you just occasionally drink alcohol. Be open to everyone and let them know what you are doing, because medication can interfere with alcohol, and they tell you not to take certain medications if you are drinking. So be always open, whether that's smoking cigarettes underage, doing illegal substances, always be open. But coping skills, I feel like I just went off on a tangent. Look into your interests, whether that's picking up a musical instrument or doodling, because my sister, she loves to draw. I feel like that's her big coping skill. For me, it's personally hanging out with friends and doing something with people, and also with my dog. And when you are upset, go to a safe place. Some people do not have the best family home. Some people don't. So sometimes their safe place is in their room. For me personally, my safe place is out with my family, in the living room or in my mother's bedroom, because that way I would not be isolating myself. I would not be more able to cut on myself or do bad negative things. So I'd recommend being with like a sibling or someone, just so that you can avoid being alone and isolated. Avoid self-medicating. Okay, whether that's pill popping, smoking marijuana, or drinking alcohol. Avoid self-medicating, because that doesn't really help you. You need a licensed professional to tell you what will and what won't help you. I personally like to put energy towards something positive, especially when I'm dealing with anxiety, which is a whole nother video. But put the energy towards something positive, like, oh, you're super sad and you can't get out of bed. Well, go try to talk on the phone with your friend, or try to at least get out of your bed and do your makeup and do your hair. Get dressed. Getting dressed is one of the key things, especially over the summer, to always do. Always get dressed every day. I do my makeup almost every day just so that I can feel good about myself, feel like I'm all put together, like I'm ready to conquer the world, even though I won't even leave my house. Keep busy, whether if that's leaving your house to go out for a walk with your dog, trying to learn this new song on the piano, or I don't know, having a job. Having a job will help a lot of people so much, just because they can have something to put all their energy towards, so they won't be stuck staying sad. Because when I'm doing stuff, I'm like, woo, I'm so great, woo. And then when I stop doing stuff, I get in this little hole that is so hard to get out of with your depression. So then I go and I start doing stuff, and then that helps so much. So I'd really recommend doing stuff and keeping busy. And then sometimes you just need a distraction. Like cleaning. My mother is gonna love this, cleaning. Because sometimes cleaning does help. Especially if you're getting really down in there and just, I don't know, scrubbing the tub really good. And just like deep cleaning the bathroom, or sweep and mop everywhere. Vacuum. Just putting all that energy again, because I notice when I'm exhausted, I don't really have time to feel sad or anxious. And lastly, you would not blame a diabetic person for their diabetes, so don't blame yourself for your depression, anxiety, or any other mental illness, because you are worth it and you should really stay strong. So that's my video. That's my little tangent about depression. And if you guys would like to hear my story or something, I'd be more open to do that. Or if you guys would like, I don't know, an anxiety video or a self-harm video or a hospitalization video, just give me ideas and I'll be more than happy to do them. And if you guys want to see a makeup video, tell me. Like I did the highlighter challenge. I mean, check out my other videos. Please subscribe and thumbs up this video. Bye.